Breaking now at noon, the county says the Bengals are investing $120 million to stay at Paycor Stadium. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Rippin.
And I'm Stephen Albritton. The commission says nearly half of that will go toward renovations. WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes is live downtown with what they're calling an historic first step. Todd, there's still a lot of back and forth to be ironed out here. You and I were both, you were in the room. I was watching here at the station. A lot of back and forth happening.
Stephen, you're right. It's a first step that is yet to be taken. Let's emphasize that. No vote on this. This is a memorandum of understanding that I'll talk about in a second. No vote today on this, considering commissioners have a couple of questions that they want to make sure they understand what the answers are. So this memorandum of understanding, pretty unusual, pretty significant move forward when it comes to discussions about Paycor's future and the Bengals staying here in Cincinnati. Effectively, the Bengals are willing to put in about $60 million. The NFL, actually $120 million total coming from the Bengals and the NFL. This is, from what we understand, the first time the NFL is willing to invest in a public asset like Paycor Stadium. Again, keep in mind the county owns Paycor Stadium and leases it to the team to play football games in on Sunday. So that is the consideration from the NFL and the team. County leaders have to make a decision as to whether they will also pony up about $60 million, bringing the ask of about, or bringing the total to around $180 million as part of this whole renovation plan that is being negotiated, a new lease. Local taxpayers clearly know lots about the current lease, which is expiring fairly soon, and a lot of taxpayers feel like it's been a pretty raw deal for them. The goal here is, from all accounts, to create a better deal for taxpayers moving forward. Let's take a listen to some of what was said just a moment ago during the Hamilton County Commissioners meeting.
And in other parts of the country, the state is participating in that financial stack. And so we've gone to the state and said, hey, this is an asset for you. We're kicking off all kinds of revenue because we've got that team playing on the banks. And so we are hopeful that the state will participate in that stack.
Now that's Commissioner Denise Driehaus. We literally just talked to her after the meeting, got more details about what's at play here. The state's role in all of this is very significant, and it's unclear if lawmakers, how they plan to proceed in the budget that's being hammered out up in Columbus. The effort is to get the state to contribute about $350 million toward this big renovation project that will happen at Paycor Stadium if all sides come to the table and agree on a new lease. But it's not clear yet how the state will proceed. There have been some stops and starts, and we will all be watching that, of course, and we'll just have to wait and see how that unfolds. But clearly some movement today. I will say Commissioner Alicia Reese flexing her muscles relative to representing taxpayers, talking about the raw deal that she feels has been the current lease, and she does not seem that thrilled with where things stand, but Commissioner Driehaus seems to be very much in favor of this memorandum of understanding. It's not clear where Stephanie Sumero-Dumas, the third commissioner, stands. We expect to find out more on that in the coming week. For now, reporting live here at the County Admin Building, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.
Very cautious